Warren Wendel Wiersbe is an American pastor, Bible teacher, conference speaker and a prolific writer of Christian literature and theological works. Born in East Chicago, Indiana, Wiersbe is perhaps best known for his series of 50 books in the Be series: Be Real, Be Rich, Be Obedient, Be Mature, Be Joyful, etc., and other theological works. Warren Wiersbe studied at Indiana University in Indianapolis, Roosevelt University, and graduated in 1953 from Northern Baptist Theological Seminary in Lombard, Illinois. While attending the seminary, he was ordained as pastor of Central Baptist Church in 1951 and served until 1957. From September 1957 to 1961, Wiersbe served as director of the Literature Division for Youth for Christ International. From 1961 to 1971 he pastored Calvary Baptist Church of Covington, Kentucky, south of Cincinnati, Ohio. The church grew from a church seating a congregation of 800 to build a new church seating of 2,000. This church drew members from the Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky tri-state area. His Sunday sermons were broadcast as the Calvary Hour on a local Cincinnati radio station. From 1971 to 1978, Warren Wiersbe pastored Chicago's Moody Church, named for 19th-century evangelist Wendell Moody. While at Moody Church he continued in radio ministry to include Speaker on Songs in the Night, a national radio program that moved to Moody Church in 1968. Between August 1979 and March 1982, he wrote bi-weekly for Christianity Today as Eutychus X. During the same time frame between 1978 and 1982, Warren Wiersbe taught practical theology classes at Trinity Evangelical Divinity School in Deerfield, Illinois, and wrote the course material and taught Imagination and the Quest for Biblical Preaching, a Doctor of Ministry course at Trinity and Dallas Seminary. While pastoring in Chicago, Warren Wiersbe served on the board of Slavic Gospel Association from 1971 to 1983. 10 of those years he served as chairman of the board. From 1980 to 1990 he went to work for Back to the Bible Radio Broadcasting Network and served as general director the last 6 years of his time there. In 1995, Wiersbe became writer-in-residence at Cornerstone University in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and distinguished professor of preaching at Grand Rapids Theological Seminary, a contributing editor to Baker Book House. He has been writing books since the 1950s under several publishing house labels, completing more than 150 books including the popular Be series of commentaries on every book of the Bible, which has sold over 4 million copies. Warren Wiersbe was awarded 2 honorary doctorate degrees and has accumulated in his personal library more than 10,000 books. Sometimes referred to as the pastor's pastor, Dr. Wiersbe has become a well-known and trusted Bible theologian and scholar throughout fundamental and evangelical circles. In October 2014, Wiersbe returned to the airwaves of Back to the Bible to broadcast his interim Bible teacher bibliography. 52 workable junior high programs with Ted W. Engstrom. Be a Real Teenager, Creative Christian Living, Thoughts for Men on the Move, Strength for the Journey. Be Real, When Pastors Wonder How, with Howard F. Sugden. Be Successful 1 Samuel. Be Joyful, a practical study of Philippians. William Culbertson, A Man of God. Be Free, an expository study of Galatians. Be Rich, Are You Losing the Things That Money Can't Buy? An expository study of the Epistle to the Ephesians. His Name is Wonderful, Live Like a King, Making the Beatitudes Work in Daily Life. Walking with the Giants, A Minister's Guide to Good Reading and Great Preaching, Treasury of the World's Great Sermons, compilation. Be Right, an expository study of Romans. Best of A.W. Tozer. 52 Favorite Chapters, compilation of works by Aidan Wilson Tozer, 1897–1963. 5 Secrets of Living. Be Mature, an expository study of the Epistle of James. Be Ready. Meet yourself in the parables. Strategy of Satan, How to Detect and Defeat Him. Annotated Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan, with helpful notes, essays on the life and times of John Bunyan, and an index to persons and places and what they mean. Listening to the Giants, A Guide to Good Reading and Great Preaching, with sketches by Amy Van Martin. Meet Your King, Anthology of Jesus, arranged and selected by Sir James Marchant, edited. Be Complete, Be Faithful, It's Always Too Soon to Quit, an expository study of the pastoral epistles, 1 and 2 Timothy and Titus. Be Challenged, Be Confident, an expository study of the Epistle to the Hebrews. Be Hopeful, Listen, Jesus is Praying, an expository study of John chapter 17. Key Words of the Christian Life. Be Wise, an expository study of 1 Corinthians. Expository outlines on the New Testament. Making Sense of the Ministry, with David Wiersbe. Meet Yourself in the Psalms, Classic Sermons on Suffering, compilation. Steps of Faith, the NIV New Testament for Growing Christians, compilation. Be Alert, Victorious Christians You Should Know. Why Us When Bad Things Happen to God's People. Wycliffe Handbook of Preaching and Preachers, with Lloyd M. Perry. Classic Sermons on Faith and Doubt, compilation. Be Victorious, Comforting the Bereaved, with David W. Wiersbe. Be Compassionate, Run with the Winners. Be What You Are, Be Patient, an Old Testament study, Job. Be Comforted, Feeling Secure in the Arms of God, an Old Testament study, Isaiah. On Being a Servant of God, Be Obedient, Abraham Scripture Press. Be God's Guest, Feasts of Leviticus chapter 23, The Good News Broadcasting Association, 1992.